Do these look like my stats? They're not. These are stats from a personal client of mine who followed all my methods. And look where they at right now. This only took 2 days. This was only 2 days. This ain't take too long. This took dedication. This took hard work. He used YouTube Shorts. What are YouTube Shorts anyway? YouTube Shorts are in a battle with TikTok right now, trying to be the best at this whole quick video thing, you know what I mean? So the competition level is crazy. YouTube versus TikTok is going on right now. So the number one thing being viewed right now on YouTube is these quick YouTube Shorts. But how do you get in this algorithm of YouTube Shorts to be getting views like this? 306.5K views in 2 days. I'm telling you, my methods work. If you're serious about this YouTube thing, just DM me. Let's get you right today.
Clouded teen causes extreme cases of dumbness, reckless acts of mookism, and total loss of morality. Are you chasing clout? So is everyone. But why don't you look the part while doing it? Get your official clout merch right now at wearetough.com. That is wearetough.com. If you're chasing clout and you're out here on some mookism shit, go ahead and go over to wearetough.com and get your merch today.
Welcome to Showface News, man. You can call me what you want. Just don't call me woke. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. We here again with another one. Gotta give y'all the updates and all that good stuff. It's only right that you get right. GLG, Sniper Gang. You know the business. Let's go. Come on. Let's do it. That's word to Sue Young. Respectfully. That's word to Sue Young. Listen. So there's been some updates. So it has been confirmed that Gangsta Boo had laced narcotics, man. And those narcotics was laced with none other than Fenty, right? So it was fentanyl laced drugs that she took. Let's read directly from the article, shall we? Smash the like button, share the video. Let's continue. Let's get to the articles, man. According to the publication, Gangsta Boo attended the concert with her brother on Saturday night, December 31st, to celebrate New Year's Eve. He was later taken to the hospital after suffering an overdose himself. So her brother also overdosed. Although he ultimately recovered, the party appeared to continue at Gangsta Boo's residence. Sources claim narcotics were found on her person and that a fentanyl-laced substance is likely to have caused the death. So fentanyl was laced on whatever drugs her brother had, because her brother also suffered from an overdose. I guess her brother ended up surviving that overdose, but she did not survive that overdose. You understand what I'm saying? But there's more. All Hip Hop spoke to Officer Theresa Carlson of the Memphis Police Department, who said victim information will be released once the victim has been identified and next of kin notifications have been made. This is an ongoing investigation. So they're talking about her brother. So her brother also overdosed. They went to a concert on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, they went to the concert. Her brother overdosed first, then she overdosed. He was hospitalized. All right? That's what it's saying. So his brother was taken to the hospital. He overdosed first, then Gangsta Boo overdosed. Gangsta Boo, whatever narcotic she was on, was laced with fentanyl. Now, we know in these situations, like I said in the last live, that when it's a situation where someone is having, lace things, and they're lacing fentanyl, it's basically a murder. You know that. Whoever's the dealer is considered to be someone who committed murder. You understand what I'm saying? That's how they look at it. And rightfully so. Like, you seen Stino say it, you seen me say it, I've said it multiple times. You know what I'm saying? I said it multiple times that, look, This drug game is not for the faint of heart. This drug game has no morals, no ethics, nothing like that at all. No, it don't exist. In this drug game, you can get nasty work. You can get nasty work. You can get work that's not the work that you paid for. You could get something and pay for something that you didn't actually pay for, but looks like what you paid for. Little do you know, the thing that you paid for is actually a very harmful substance like Fenty, right? So once again, not only did Gangsta Boo overdose, but her brother also overdosed. However, her brother is still alive, right? Unfortunately. Now, I'm assuming they're gonna try to find out whoever dealt those drugs because, again, they look at the whoever's dealing those drugs as someone who committed murder because you're basically giving them work that's going to possibly murk them and smoke them. I told y'all about the situation with those comedians who was doing crack, right? And they got laced crack that was laced with fentanyl. Each and every one of those comedians passed away as a result of that, right? So you can, at this point in time, you would think that this would convince people to just stop doing drugs altogether based upon the fact that they are literally throwing fentanyl in everything, right? You would assume that that would stop people from even doing them altogether, but it won't. There are people who actually do fentanyl too and still alive, ironically, right? But a lot of people are dropping like flies to fentanyl. You dig what I'm saying? In the name of being a demon, and when I say that, I'm talking about, on the street, you a demon. You don't care. You a savage, right? That's what I'm referencing it with, just so you know, in case anybody tries to Bible thump me in the comments. Remember what I'm referring to here. But like I said, yeah, brother overdosed first, then she did. So her brother, you know what I'm saying, he got the hit first, and then that happened. But yeah, man, this is bad, bro. Like I said, people would assume, like, when you seeing people drop like flies to drugs, that they're gonna stop, and it just doesn't. A fiend doesn't just stop being a fiend. A fiend is always gonna do what they want to get they hit. They have withdrawals and everything. And that's not to say the Gangsta Boo was, a heavy drug user, because we don't personally know. It could have been recreational. Some people do things for recreational purposes. It doesn't necessarily make them a fiend, but they do partake in that activity of where they do drugs from time to time. Could have been a recreational situation. Could have not been a recreational situation. Regardless of the fact, that doesn't mean that you're giving somebody very nasty work and putting Fenty, lacing Fenty in the work, in the narcotics, whatever the case may be, man. That's nasty work, man. That's not cool. You dig? That's why I say it time and time again. And I'm gonna keep saying it. I mean, at this point, it's getting out of hand, man. And we also lost 2 rappers within like a week's time on an overdose. Ain't that crazy? In the same state too. What was the guy's name? Young Scar? Whatever the case may be. Yeah. Similar situation. He overdosed. And he's in Memphis. You dig what I'm saying? Salute to the homie Mark P in the building. Ponto says, if it kills you, how would you want to mess with it? People do whatever, man. People do whatever, man. You got drugs out here that literally destroy you. And people still use it because I guess they love the feeling of the high. Addiction is very much real and it exists. Big Scott, and that is Pooh Shiesty's cousin. I did not know that. There's a lot of people embracing this drug usage. People taking drugs to be more gangster is not gangster. The fiend has never been looked at as a gangster, ever. Could a fiend can do something that is gangster, but a fiend has never been looked at as like someone who's to be feared or anything like that. As far as the streets go, you know what I'm saying? So all this fiend activity, like, what are we doing here? Why are we here? What are we doing? You know, it's crazy. It's very crazy. It's very nasty out here in these streets. Y'all better, you feel me? It looks very nasty right now out here, man. So I guess the police probably gonna question her brother whenever he get out of the hospital, more than likely. And I doubt they gonna. I doubt. I don't. I like I said. I don't know her brother. You know what I'm saying? But it's very clear that Gangsta Boo is definitely of the street culture. If somebody's getting, drugs and all that, I would assume they're part of the street culture and they not gonna tell. So I don't know if her brother who overdosed first is gonna tell the police who's the person that laced it. You dig what I'm saying? So he got it from somebody, man. He got it from somebody. You dig? That's for damn sure. But it's a very, very, very disgusting thing that we seeing right now, bro. Very nasty, very disgusting what we seeing right now. And yeah, ain't much you can do about it but watch. I mean, don't do drugs. You just gonna have to watch other people do them. And if they pass away from doing it, then it's on them. That's a response. That's accountability. You feel what I'm saying? That's also accountability. You know, I also don't feel people deserve to get what they didn't pay for, because they didn't pay to get laced. Nobody pays to get laced work or laced product. Period. Nobody pays for that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever pays for that at all. So yeah, that's very, very, very nasty. Not gonna hold you. So yeah, man, I don't. Yeah, it's a sad situation, man. Once again, R.I.P. to Gangsta Boo. It's wild. I'm glad that she actually got to do the verses. I'm glad that she actually got to do the song with Glorilla and all that. At least she did some things before her passing to get her flowers. But at the same time, she died at a young age. 43 is a young age. 43 is not old. You know what I'm saying? You sometimes as a man, you get even more strength at 40. By the way, just in case you didn't know, 40 is also a prime age for certain women as well. Not all, but certain women. Depends on what you do with your body. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's bad. It's bad, bro. It's bad and it's sad. Like, Memphis is proving that they literally are like a supreme madhouse over there in Memphis. Because Memphis been having a lot going on, man. A lot of wild stuff has been happening in Memphis over the last 2-3 years. I mean, that's not to say it wasn't wild before, but we are literally seeing what's going on out there more so get put on the internet and stuff, and it ain't looking good out there in Memphis, bro. And that's no disrespect to Memphis, but what's going on out there, man? It's pretty wild out there, man. It really is. But damn, man. Drug game is very nasty right now. It's very nasty. This is a very nasty drug game, and I like I said, I hope y'all ain't getting yourself into drugs and all that. I mean, I'm sure some of y'all do a little something, but be careful out here, man. Be careful out here. Be careful with these drugs. Don't get involved with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get involved with it. I say leave it be, personally. I personally say leave it be, man. But this is very disgusting, like I said. All this lace stuff. Like, why are we lacing anything? What is the point of lacing things? You feel what I'm saying? They also said Gangsta Boo was screaming in the process of overdosing. You know what I'm saying? So that's bad. It says she was screaming for help in the process of overdosing. But yeah, man. Well, hopefully her brother recovers from the overdose, because her brother went to the hospital for the overdose, and in her case, she did not make it. Mark P says, "Don't play with your life. Stay away from this epidemic. Please stay away from this epidemic at all cost. Please stay away. Stay away. Save yourself. Save yourself the trouble of dealing with this nonsense." You know what I'm saying? We got too many people on drugs anyway, casually on drugs and things like that. It's just not safe. It's just not a safe space, man. It's really not. It hasn't been a safe space before, and it damn sure ain't a safe space now. So I strongly suggest you leave it be, champs. You feel me? Leave it be. Don't be the next one. Don't be the next victim. None of that stuff. But this is definitely disgusting right here to see, like, honestly. And we've had a lot of these cases too, like I said. I hope 2023 ain't like the year for overdosing or the year for like people getting laced. Because if it's more and more people who dealing dope that's putting fentanyl laced products in, it's really a bad look. People are going to be, passing away at a rapid rate because a lot of people are doing drugs. It's a trend to do drugs. It's popular to do drugs, so people are gonna do them, especially young kids. You know what I'm saying? So it really looks crazy. It really looks bad. And yeah, man, I don't even know what else to even go with, because like I said, people have people ain't got no morals when it comes to hustling and all that stuff, man. People have no morals. I mean, somebody can literally, finesse you and hack you, or try to steal from your family with hacks, and you know what I'm saying, and things like that. So of course they won't have an issue trying to lace you with fentanyl, which can result in your timely death. If they can steal your identity from you, or finesse you out of money, and you got a whole family, what makes you think that someone won't go out there and try to violate you in this way? You do get what I'm saying? So listen, man, ain't no morals in any of this stuff, especially street business. There's no morals. That's just a fact of the matter, man. There's no morals in this game at all. You dig? And I didn't even know that her brother was originally the first one to overdose. Then she overdosed. It's a nasty game, champs. It's a nasty, nasty game out here. It's disgusting. But listen, man, it's reality too. It's just reality right now. And people should be very aware of these things, man. People should be very, very aware of these things, period. They need to be. You know what I'm saying? It's very crazy right now. It's nasty right now in the world. Let's just put it like that, man. That's all you can say for right now. But yeah, dog, this is terrible. This is terrible. Brother was first, bro. They was at a concert celebrating. Next to suffering from an overdose. He did recover. He said, although he ultimately recovered, the party appeared to continue at Gangsta Boo's residence. So all of this happened at her house. So he overdosed at her house. And the sources claim narcotics were found on her person, that a fentanyl-laced substance is likely the cause of death. Sad, man. Concert was at her house, at her crib. Man. Be like, you think you know a plug. No, you don't. Plug done gave you some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you would also be a fool to think that, the dealer must care about the supplier, right? Well, yeah, man, it's filthy out here. It is that was some, man. It's nasty. Like I said, it's nasty out here in these streets. Not just Memphis, everywhere. You know, everyone's lacing stuff and whatnot. It's crazy, man. Boy, oh boy. Salute to the chat, by the way, man. Yeah, make sure y'all smash that like button. But salute to the chat, by the way, man. People been bugging. People been really bugging, man. That's all I could say. But salute to the chat, like I said before. You know, I get, like I said, some people gonna think that this is gonna stop people from doing drugs because they seeing people die from, possibly having laced drugs. This ain't gonna stop nothing. Respectfully, it's just gonna be more people dropping. That's all. There's gonna be more people dropping from thinking they was gonna get something that was what they got, and it really wasn't. You get in the laced version, and that's nasty, very nasty. Not gonna hold you. You think you getting the real stuff, but you aren't getting a laced version of what you think you're about to get. You dig? Very foul play, very nasty. This is disgusting, man. But yeah, like I said, the law charges people who do, these fentanyl laces on drugs. They charge these people with murder. Real talk. They charge them people with murder, man. You dig? So they gonna be looking at this as a murder. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It's really crazy. It is nasty. Mrs. Parker, Happy New Year. You dig? White Ghost says, I know a few people that died from fentanyl. That sucks. That's nasty, bro. Sorry to hear that, bro. It's crazy out here, man. It's nasty out here. It's very nasty out here. You either gonna have a good 2023 or you gonna have a bad 2023. It's all based on your mentality and where your head is at. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to let you go outside for that one time. Just for one time, I'm gonna have to let you go outside and pick a cigarette off the ground for the one time. Why? Because it's just certain words we can't use in the chat, and that's one of those words. So respectfully, I do gotta let you retreat outside for that one time and go pick up a nice cigarette off the ground, only for the next 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, my security will escort you back into the building where you can use the elevator and wash your hands because you did touch the ground. The ground is not that clean. Respectfully. You dig? Mark P says voluntary manslaughter for selling lethal substances. Didn't they lock up dude who sold to Mac Miller? I could have sworn they locked up the person who sold to Mac Miller, but they call him like a year or two. They call him later though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. The Mac Miller situation, because Mac Miller had overdosed and they had ended up catching whoever the plug was for him, and they locked him up and they kind of charged him. Did they charge him with murder though? Did they charge Mac Miller's plug with murder? Cause they charged him with something. I don't know what it was. They did charge him with murder, right? I knew it. I knew I wasn't tripping. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's very nasty. Like I said, it's very nasty out here, man. It is not a game at all. It's very nasty out here. Respectfully, it's not a game at all. You dig? People gonna try to sell what they sell regardless. But yeah, man, that's so nasty, bro. That is so nasty. Like I said, everything is messed up. Like, but once again, this won't stop people from doing drugs, man. It's just like I said, it's all it's gonna be is more and more people just dropping. That's all it's gonna be. More and more people is just gonna be dropping. Is all this means, personally. You dig what I'm saying? You see those things like that, all that means is that people are gonna be dropping more. You feel me? That's just the reality of the situation, though. And everybody wants to do drugs. Why? Because everybody's trying to be tough. And we just spoke about this. People trying to be demons and they want to smoke people. They want to smoke their ops and all that. A lot of them people is doing drugs to be able to do what they do on the street because they not really gangster like that. Because if you was gangster, you don't have to take drugs to go out here and hit niggas up. You'll be able to get high from doing it because you gonna get a high off catching one. Like King Von. King Von was a real stepper, and King Von said it himself that when he caught a body, he got a high from catching the body. That's somebody that's really gangster. If you getting a high off catching a homie, you don't need no drugs. That is your drug right there. Your drug is catching them. You know what I'm saying? But everybody else want to spin the block off pills and whatever. Nah, you had to literally numb yourself to do it. You had to numb yourself to do something gangster. Doesn't make you gangster because you literally had to take all these precautions and do all this other extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Chill Vibe says she was kicked off of marriage boot camp because they found her drugs in the room. That's facts. It's just so crazy. RP. She was on marriage boot camp when she was on there. I didn't know that. Thank God it's good to be high on life. He says life is the best drug to be high. I mean, being high off life is amazing. I didn't know she was on marriage boot camp and got kicked off marriage boot camp because they found drugs in her room. Well, it's giving no off the sign that she might be, an avid drug user. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, she ended up getting a bad batch of narcotics. And now she's passed away. You dig? So now, like I said, in the drug game, people are not getting what they pay for. They getting exactly or whatever the plug is giving them. And if it's laced, it's laced. And the plug don't care if it's laced or not. The plug don't care about your livelihood. Mrs. Parker said, "Yup, I just saw that. I think she was lacing her." What do you mean? Can't lace weed with Fenty? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's been done. And it's always done. You gotta be somebody that don't know nothing about weed then. Because there's fentanyl that's being put in weed as well. In case you didn't know. And people pay attention. Chill Vibe says, "Don't go to Memphis buying drugs. You never know what you truly." Don't go nowhere just buying drugs. It ain't even gotta just be Memphis. They found her cocoa on marriage boot camp. Okay. You know what, champ? I'm gonna let you go outside and pick up a nice cigarette. There's a nice cigarette outside, champ. Find one. You can play main. You can play You can play. Go find a cigarette. How about that? You can play tag with the cigarettes. You dig? I'm sure you could play tag with them. If you see one that's light, that's lit up, I would be very careful with touching that one though. Respectfully, might be too hot. Don't burn your fingers trying to play tag with cigarettes, nigga. But if you're gonna say that weed, if you're gonna say that weed is, if you're gonna say weed can't be laced with fentanyl, you're insane because it happens all the time. What are you talking about? Weird. Watch what you say, man. Avery Holmes says people should be trying to reach out to people before they get that drug. You don't even know if it's laced. No, nah. I'm sure people ain't thinking about if it's laced. High off, not gangster? What do you mean? Listen, people who are really gangster that really run down and smoke people don't need drugs to do it. If you need drugs to do something to somebody, you're not gangster. You don't need any of it. The only high would be you doing it. That's what makes it gangster. It's gangster if you get a high from doing dirt like that. That's gangster. It's not gangster if you have to take all these supplements like drugs to do some dirt. You know what I'm saying? How they know so fast it was an OD? Well, I'ma check it for you, champ. Because it says right here, according to the publication, Gangsta Boo attended the concert with her brother on Saturday night, December 31st, to celebrate New Year's Eve. He was later taken to the hospital after suffering an overdose himself. So her brother got overdosed first, but he did not pass away. It says although he ultimately recovered, the party appeared to continue at Gangsta Boo's residence. So she went home, he was in the hospital, and sources claim narcotics were found on her person and that a fentanyl-laced substance is likely the cause of death. And I also heard that she was actually screaming for help as well while she was overdosing. Chill Vibe says you could tell on the scene if a person overdoses or not. You can see the substance coming out of their mouth. That's a fact. And lastly, we have All Hip Hop spoke to Officer Theresa Carlson of the Memphis Police Department, who said victim information will be released once the victim has been identified and next of kin notifications have been made. This is an ongoing investigation. So we're going to find out who her brother is, because we don't know who the brother is actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to let you see. Look, I'm gonna let you go. If y'all want to hold hands and look for cigarettes outside, just let me know, champ. That's it. If y'all like cigarettes that bad, y'all could go outside and hold hands and look for it. And I want y'all to hold hands because I don't want y'all to get lost out there trying to find cigarettes off the ground, champ. If you could both hold hands, it makes it easier so nobody gets lost on their cigarette hunt, champ. You dig? You don't want to get lost hunting for cigarettes off the concrete. You know? You don't want to get lost doing it. I'm sure it's pretty easy to get lost hunting for cigarettes off the ground outside, champ. You dig? I promise you won't have to light up none of them cigarettes because them cigarettes is already lit already. You dig what I'm saying? Do not come at me with the conspiracy theories. This is not what we here to do. We're not here to create conspiracy theories. You dig? You keep those where it's at. The police said what happened. Why are you trying to change the narrative? Why are you trying to change it like that's not what the police said? Chill's Vibes said, I don't think someone wanted her dead. They putting that Fenty and everything to keep their cost low. Yeah, because it's cheap. Because fentanyl is very cheap. So they're using it. They're using it, and they're trying to tax people trying to pay, top dollar, and they don't even know that whatever they about to get is laced with Fenty, and they don't even realize it. That's never cool. You know what I'm saying? M617 says, nowadays buying drugs off the street is like playing Russian roulette. It is. You gotta be very careful. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be extremely careful. You dig? You gotta be extremely careful. It's nasty out here in these streets, champ. It is very despicable in these streets. You gotta be very much careful. Tweaking, bro. Tweaking. You dig? Make sure y'all smashing that like button, by the way. I don't stress this enough, but I'm stressing it now. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Get these likes up respectfully. Share the video if you can. You dig? Share it if you're new to the channel. Subscribe. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm not here to draw conspiracy theories for nobody. We don't do conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories is for the people, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that. Salute. We don't do conspiracy theories, bro. Because it's dumb. You're painting a narrative. It's not facts. The news said one thing, you said something else. You don't know what happened. The news is interviewing, the police, the people who did the thorough investigation. They giving the updates. You don't know nothing. Somebody wanted her dead. Blood sacrifice. 23-43, 2023. The GOAT, Michael Jordan, was number 23. Therefore, he is Satan because Satan had a goat head, champ. The Baphomet, champ. Cut it out. You literally made that up. There should be a way to test if Fenty is in your candy of choice. There should be. But do you think people who really just get drugs a lot are really interested in trying to test to see if there's Fenty in it or not? You know what I'm saying? That's the only issue here. The only issue is the people who's buying it more than likely ain't even really trying to check to see if it's even fentanyl. Now, having a fentanyl tester would be dope, and it probably exists somewhere. I'm sure there's something that exists that can test the fentanyl's in something. You dig what I'm saying? I'm sure. I mean, Crooks was popping. All factional narratives, GLG. Yes. All factional narratives, nigga. We don't do the narrative. Why you trying to, you know what I'm saying? People be trying to paint narratives and falsify things like, I don't believe that that's what happened. I think somebody sacrificed her. Okay. You talking sacrifice. What was the person sacrificed to or for? Like, what are you saying? When people say blood sacrifice, I be trying to understand, what do you mean? What's the sacrifice? Who's sacrificing? And why are they sacrificing, bro? Where you getting that from? It's so false. It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's like telling somebody to check out your YouTube. It's like telling somebody to check out your YouTube while they on YouTube and they saying, I'm gonna try to do it later. You feel what I'm saying? And they not gonna do it. You feel what I'm saying? Imagine you see somebody on YouTube say, check out my YouTube, and they say, oh, I'm gonna do it later. When they already on YouTube. People are wild, man. People are very, very wild. It's nasty. Yeah, you know how we do. We don't do that blood sacrifice talk. If y'all want to go to them other YouTube niggas channels where niggas is making documentaries and niggas being vampires and blood sacrifices and all this weird stuff, y'all can go to their channel with it. I'm not doing it though, respectfully. I'm not a narrative painter, I'm not a storyteller. I'm not about to tell you no ghost stories about celebrities, nigga. I don't do that. All this campfire behavior, I'm Gucci. Y'all doing campfire behavior, nigga. Y'all want to tell ghost stories in front of the fire, nigga, and burn marshmallows. We don't do that here. I don't even like camping, nigga. Y'all want to tell ghost tales in front of the fire, nigga. I don't even like camping. I'm the last nigga that'll go camping. I'm not going camping, nigga. And if you meet anybody from the town that likes camping, they not from the town. I want you to know that right now. I don't care who it is. If anybody from the town says they like camping, they not from the town. I'm telling you that right now. Niggas love ghost stories, champ. You know what I mean? It's weird. Niggas wanna be told ghost stories. It's weird. You dig what I'm saying? Cut it out. But anyway, you know, that's pretty much all I had to say for real. You know, I really hope it's not a epidemic of this being like a huge thing where there's a bunch of people are literally just deteriorating because they're getting a bunch of laced drugs from the plug and the plug is giving them nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I really hope that's not the thing for the year. And if it is, that's unfortunate. If it is, that's unfortunate. I really hope that ain't a thing, though. You know what I'm saying? I really hope this does not become a thing, man. I don't want that to be a trend. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want that to be a trend at all. But some things is very much inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Some things are very, very, very much inevitable. Unfortunately. But listen, man. It is what it is. But make sure y'all smash that like button, man. Share the video. Salute to the chat as always. We on a I ain't did a live this late in a long time, really. Honestly, I haven't done one in a long time this late, but you know, it's real appropriate though. You did. Smash the like button, share the video. I will be live again tomorrow. Yes, I will. We will be live and lit tomorrow. You heard? Smash the like button, share the video. Salute to the chat. I'm up out of here. I will see y'all again tomorrow with more content. Y'all be easy. I'm out. Peace.